So, this is the landing page for the website that we designed for the migrant workers of Kerala to manage any disease outbreaks in the state. As you can see, there are two different login dashboards. One is the company official and one as the health official. Here, there's an option where the migrant worker can enter his or her Swasthi ID and can view his digital health card. And there's also a disease outbreak alert that has been provided just on the below portion of the landing page, where as soon as any data of a disease that goes above 900, it sends an alert to the government that a disease outbreak has been detected in the state through the app. Let's start with the login as company official dashboard. Here, we enter the company code, enter the password, and then we sign in as the company official. Here, as you can see, we signed in as Globex Ltd. We can see the names of the employees, we can see the employee ID, we can see the place of origin, and the status of the Swasthi ID. We are not revealing the Swasthi ID here because we consider it a confidential information of the employee, so we are just keeping it vague and just show the company that whether the employee is registered or not. Let's keep in mind that whenever an employee changes the company, his Swasthi ID remains the same, and the only thing that changes is the employee ID with respect to the company. Now, as you can see, there's one thing called register another employee. We go to the register employee page, we can add his name, we can add his employee ID that was given by the company, his place of origin, and add him. Now, there's a feature that we designed for the company dashboard for each company, that is something called daily check-in. When we click on daily check-in, it shows the total number of leaves taken by the employee. And whenever the continuous leave, which is consecutive leaves taken without any working day taken by the employee, reaches up to 6, the screen starts showing continuous leave exceeded 5 days, company must check up on the worker. Mail sent to employee to report at company official's desk. The mail goes straight to the employee and to the company to check up on the worker, in case the company has left the state or is on a vacation that is currently out of state. Once the company registers its employee and its employee ID, the employee has to go to a healthcare department. As we can see, we start again in the form of the health official dashboard. So we log in as the health official, where we enter the hospital ID, enter the password, sign in. Now, as you can see, a disease tally is shown, and from here we can search via the employee ID, or we can also select the company such as Globex Limited. Here the employee IDs of Globex Limited can be seen, and the Swasthi ID is shown, which was not shown previously on the company official dashboard, the place of origin, and the last hospital that they visited for their health checkup. One can view the digital health card of the employee while he's there. We added this extra wall of privacy so that the employee can ensure that his information or digital health card is not being viewed or updated without his permission. So the employee verifies the worker of the hospital or the health official verifies the fingerprint, and the employee puts his finger on the fingerprint verification tool. It verifies the fingerprint, after which we are allowed to view the digital health card. It shows the previous information that was displayed previously: his name, his blood group, his age, his last health checkup date, his next scheduled appointment, his current medications, allergies, chronic conditions, disability status, vaccination and immunization, previous illnesses and infections, past hospitalizations and surgeries, and his contact number. We can update the DHC by clicking here if any further changes are made after the next health checkup. So we go back to the login dashboard of the health official. Now, how to register an employee. As you can see, his employee number 102 Swasthi ID is unregistered. So we are going to register the employee. We are going to add his name, such as Dengue. We'll see this effect a little bit later. For now, we give the checkup date. As you can see, the checkup date of today is already updated, and this is the checkup date that gets saved. If there's any additional information to be added, then we can add that. If there's nothing to be added, we have to capture biometrics before registering the employee. So we do the add fingerprint procedure again. As soon as it gets verified, we can now register the digital health card. As you can see, the employee now has his own Swasthi ID, and his place of origin can be seen, and his hospital name. Now, as soon as you may remember that we saved under additional medical information that he was suffering from dengue, and whenever any disease, as soon as it crosses 600, an emergency alert system is activated which sends an email to the government about the disease outbreak situation of that particular disease to the government mail. This is how it alerts the system, and the system is notified about the current disease outbreak. And the last thing remaining is this part, where any migrant worker can enter his or her Swasthi ID and view his digital health card. For example, we are taking a sample data of the Swasthi ID of his employer or Swasthi ID. We give the Swasthi ID as and we can see the migrant worker can see his digital health card. One special thing you'll notice, everything about the digital health card that can be seen from the health official website is similar. The only difference here is that no update or register or biometric verification button has been given, because the migrant worker's accessibility is limited only to a read-only format. He cannot update or change or register himself, for which he would obviously need to go to the hospital after he changes companies or moves to Kerala.